Hey. All right. Good morning, everybody. I am Old Man Sugarheart. Today, we are going to play Final Fantasy XIV. There's a lot of reasons for this. And honestly, I'm filled with so much anxiety because I feel like I'm going to regret even starting. Because my goal for Final Fantasy XIV is to play every single main story quest from start to finish. And if you just do the main story quests of Final Fantasy XIV's, it's like 360 hours of game. And so I don't even know if we can do all of it, but we're gonna try. So sorry you've been passing my vids because you do a lot of work. Oh, that's fine. Welcome back, FVV. Alright. Here's what we are gonna do. I'm gonna start this character. We're gonna go through the intro, but then we're going to hop off onto a character I've already created and set up the hot bars for pretty much immediately after the intro. But yeah, Final Fantasy XIV is a really good game. It has it's in my opinion the best MMO available today, and it has some of the best story I've ever seen in any video game. Let's see, select another. We are playing on Halicarnassus. I just said those words. Halicarnassus. Halicarnassus. We're playing on Hali on the Dynamis data center. You want to pop in and say hi to me at any point. Hargdarble is going to be our name here. Not really. Like, I've already got old Sugarheart. He's the other character that's already set up. I just need something in here. Yeah, that's my guy. They don't have proper beards here in Final Fantasy XIV. That's like the biggest downside. But here we go. Greetings, hope everyone's doing well. You're gonna cuddle with some plushies since your head is pretty bad. Well, you hang in there, Darth Chaos. BRB. You BRB, FVV. Lurk away, my friends.
Here. Here. Feel. Hear, feel, think.
Oi, you alright, lad? You were moaning in your sleep, sweating buckets besides. Rolling off of the ship got your stomach churning, has it? Don't seem like seasickness. Now that I look at you, it'll be the aether then, I reckon. Some are more sensitive to the stuff than others. See, Anne, we ain't too far from Villabrand now. Just chock full of aetherites. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Might as well be bloomin' seasickness. Ships leaping around like a demented chocobo today. I reckon I might head out on deck, get myself a breath of fresh air. Limsa is still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake and all, how's about you keep me company until we get there? Them youngins don't much care for conversation, see? Any road, Brennan's the name and peddlin's me trade. Ah, smell that salty sea breeze. Now then, lad, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? Knew it. Going on wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that attracted you to it in the first place? Glory. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on the task that other folk ain't, an adventurer such as yourself can win fame what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you'll want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find out everything you need to know about the adventurer's business in there. So remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Ooh-ah! Ships off the starboard bow, pirate colors. Pirates, bloody hells. Have you no sense? Get below. What's the world coming to? Pirates firing on a ship flying Laminson colors? Bastards either have a boatload of balls or bugger all for brains. You can rest easy, friends. We made it out of cannon range and no buccaneers bark will catch this flighty temptress once the wind's in her sails. That was too bleeding close. Glad one of us kept his head on his shoulders. I reckon I'd lost mine otherwise. If them pirates gave up the chase, we must be close to port. Let's set up on deck and have a look, shall we? By the by, is this your first trip to Limsa Lominsa? Nah, I've played this game before. Actually, I have the original collector's edition. Thought not. But I'll wager there's some changes since your last visit. Allow a journeyed iterant to apprise you of the current state of affairs. Limsa Lominsa prides itself on being Eorzea's foremost naval power. Weren't too long ago that the place were ruled by pirates. But thanks to the current admiral's civilizing influence, the city-state could almost pass for a respectable nation. You never guessed she was once a rum-swilling buccaneer herself. Of course, most folk ain't so quick to change, and with a town full of liberty-loving ruffians, you can imagine how many naysayers and troublemakers she's got to deal with. Like them pirates who took a fancy to us just now. And if it weren't bad enough, I heard the Sahagin are raiding the coast just as bold as you please. Them are the sea-dwelling beastmen the locals call fishbacks, in case you didn't know. At long last, land ho. Behold, Limsa Lominsa, a nation blessed by the ocean's bounty and beloved by the Limlane, goddess of navigation.
On a windswept isle in the southwestern corner of the realm, amidst the roiling waves of the Rotano Sea, lies the maritime city-state of Limsa Lominsa. To this haven for bandits and brigands, cutthroats and curs, seekers of both freedom and fortune, comes a lone adventurer. Lone yet not alone, for the hero's arrival has drawn the gaze of the nation's patron deity, Limlane. What realm-shaking fate has she descried in the churning waters of this mortal's future?
And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on the hide road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for saving me arse earlier. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, there's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square.
Through peril and hardship, discovery and triumph, may the navigator guide this brave soul on his life's voyage. Till sea swallows all.
Final Fantasy 14. Hey, you there. I mean you. This is my district, and I mean to make it my business to know all the scum that what washes up on it. Ah, an adventurer fresh off the boat, is it? Well then. Allow one of Limsa Lomensa's finest to set you on the right path. Up to it, lad. I haven't got all day. Welcome to Limsa Lomensa, a bustling city-state filled with scoundrels and brigands, rough-cut diamond in the Rotano Sea. Please select a control scheme that you wish to use. I'm playing on a gamepad, believe it or not. All the instructions and move your character to the position of the camera. When you're ready, speak to Rizflo. No. Alright, so, to save you all some trouble here, I went ahead and set up my hotbar in advance. I didn't want to bore everybody with that for the first hour of the game. And so, we're going to switch to the character I've already made. I just didn't want you guys to miss out on the intro. No. Alright. We're back, and we're in the game. This is Limsa Lomensa. Personally, I prefer Grindia to any of these places, but yeah, I wanted to start as a marauder for this playthrough. And so here we are. Hello, Rizflo. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Limsa Lomensa, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Now then, I'm sure you're itching to explore, but adventurers are required to register their presence in the city. And without a bit of local knowledge, you're like to get your throat slit in a piss-stinking alley. So, before you do anything else, get yourself over to the Drowning Wench and enroll in the Adventurers Guild. It's not far, just head straight down this street and speak with Gruffer. He'll show you how to work that big moving platform we call the Crow's Lift, and it'll take you up to the pub. Once you're there, look for a fellow by the name of Batteron. He's the proprietor of the wench. He might curse like an ale-sodden sailor, but the man's got a soft spot for wide-eyed newcomers like yourself. He'll set you straight. Got all that? Good. Now run along and may the navigator guide you on your journey. You have begun a quest. Yep, duty list, whatever. So, if you played World of Warcraft back in the day, you're probably used to like mashing through all these quests. But like some advice I got a long time ago for Final Fantasy XIV was to actually read everything. And it made the game 100 times more enjoyable. Like, it's really well written. And otherwise, like, the quests seem pretty pointless and kind of frustrating if you don't. Because a lot of the times it'll be like, go to this city, go back to this city, go back to this city. It'll do like 3 of those in a row. And if you're just trying to mash through and get your level up, that can be very, very annoying. But if you read the story, it's actually super interesting. Welcome to Limsa Lomensa. If you have a mind to visit the Drowning Wench, the Crow's Lift will take you there. Yeah. Collecting rewards, yes. Greetings to you, lad. What'll it be? But you ain't here for a drink, are you? You've come with a mind to try your and an adventuring, I reckon. Well, you'll find no shortage of work here in Laminsa. Name's Batteron, and this is most hospitable of Osteries is the Drowning Wench. 'Tis also the home of the Adventurers Guild here in Limsa. That's why we've got a desk specifically for handling guild business, and why I seem to spend more time saving the necks of whelps like yourself than wetting the throats of me regulars. Adventurers have a knack for finding trouble, see? Not that they need it in these parts on account of there being trouble wherever you look. If you manage to steer clear the fishbacks and the kobolds outside the city, the pirates on the inside will get you instead. And if they don't manage, there's always the Garlean Empire to finish the job. Oh, no one knows what they're planning, of course, but if they're planning anything, you can be sure it'll kill the lot of us. Aye, this town seems peaceful at a glance, but look again, you'll see people living in fear of what tomorrow might bring. And who can blame them after everything that happened? Eorzea took a mighty blow during the calamity, but our homes weren't the only thing what got wiped off the face of existence by that thrice-damned bastard of a dragon. He took our bleeding memories, too. And no one's been able to explain it in a way that makes an ounce of sense. None of the folks what saw it and lived to tell the tale seem to agree how the tale actually goes. It is all foggy like recollections from an hard night on the ale. You can imagine what people might fear. You can imagine why people might fear for the future if they can't rightly recall the past. Yo, man, what's up? You're an awesome streamer. I'd like to be friends with you so we can play games together, man. Kindly add me on Discord. Username Nathug. Well, maybe we will. Maybe we won't. But welcome. I'm happy to have you here. We're trying to do a social anxiety run here. I don't plan on playing with any human beings during my quest through all the main storyline. All whole lifelong friendships are purely accidental, I assure you, but welcome. But there is one thing we all remember, and that's a group of adventurers what laid down their lives to drag Eorzea back from the brink when she was bound for the abyss. Well, I say we remember. Truth is, though we ain't forgotten what they did for us, the God's damn calamity spawned memory loss robbed us of their names. It won't even let us picture their damn faces. It's like staring at a gull flying in the front of the sun. All you see in your mind's eye is a shadow against a blinding glare. And that's how every bugger describes it. By the way, give or take the odd gull. It's this what's got the people calling these heroes the Warriors of Light. If Limsa's ever gonna put this time of darkness behind it, it's gonna need venturers to help banish the fear. It's gonna need new heroes like the ones we lost. Maybe one day you'll be one of them. And that's why any aid we can give to an adventurer is effort well spent. What do you say, you lad? What say ye, lad? You willing to lend us your strength? Okay. Me thanks to you, and to the navigator and all. I knew she'd steer you my way for a reason. But listen to me yattering on like a sun-touched fishwife. 'Tis high time we got your mark on the book. Put your scrawl here. Old Sugarheart, is it? And a fine name it is. Congratulations. You're now an upstanding member of the Adventurers Guild. You there, adventurer. You sailed in on the last ferry, did you not? The captain reported being attacked by a pirate vessel, and several witnesses have testified independently that a passenger matching your description went out on deck mere moments before the incident took place. Sending your friends a signal, were you? Now hold on just a minute there, officer. You got the wrong bloke. This fine upstanding young gent is me dear departed grandma's sister's niece's cousin's closest companion. The lad wouldn't be caught dead fraternizing with such unsavory elements. Is that right? Ahem. You're surely aware of the recent kidnappings. Respectfully, then, we cannot be too trusting of outsiders at a time when the loyalty of even our closest friends is in doubt. Aye, you make a good point there, officer. A very good point. Very wise. You needn't worry, though. I keep an eye open at all times. Me and two more often than not. Now, sir, what say a tankard of me finest ale before you return to your duties, eh? Not watered down cup of piss like last time, I should hope. Ain't got the faintest idea what you're on about, officer. The wench might offer some of the cheapest grog this side of straight old Marathor, but that don't mean it won't get you good and pickled. And look, there's a chair over there just crying out to be sat on, so kick off them heavy boots, eh? You'll have to excuse the eager, her bloody yellow jackets. And there's been a spate o' kidnapping, see? And they ain't got a clue who's behind them. Naturally, they've been clapping irons on anyone who looks vaguely suspicious. Which means venturers, visitors, and pretty much every bugger else in town. Kenshin, thank you for the raid. How are you doing today? After watching Zepla, YouTube's recommended me your streams. Oh, thank you. Welcome to the party, Steven. Kenshin, how are you? You been playing something fun? I think last time I checked you were playing the fishing game. I don't know which one it is, but it looked cool. Trying to get a new build going and once human, but RNG hates you. Lol. Oof. I still gotta try once human. It's on the back of my mind. Right now the dance card's full, but we might check it out soon. For anyone who might not recognize me, I'm Old Man Sugarheart. I'm generally a cozy streamer. I try to be nice and polite and friendly for all the viewers. We tend to play cozy games, but right now we're playing Final Fantasy XIV. I've got a goal of making Final Fantasy XIV the movie, where I play through the entire main story quest from start to finish without like focusing on anything else. And if I see that through, that's like 360 hours of game time. And so we're going to start with A Realm Reborn and see how well that goes. Anyway, we're going to be doing a long playthrough, so we will read every word and we will watch every cutscene and we'll take our time in the dungeons. It's going to be fun. You know, I'd say that with a little bit of nervousness because, man, I am nervous about the amount of work that would be. Anyway. Don't take it personal, though. Us Lamentsons can't be an headstrong bunch of bastards, 'tis true. But given time, we'll grow on ye. Now, where was I? Oh, aye. Welcome to Limso Lamenso, where the sea's as green as the faces of me patrons after a few too many black belly whiskeys. Now, take a moment to gather your wits, and we'll get started with learning you the ways of the city. Gonna lurk and get some food, have a good stream. You too, Kenshin. And if anyone's not familiar with Kenshin, he's a good guy to follow too. He's always playing some really cool games. I see him in a lot of survival crafting, and he hangs out with a savory group of people. I like him. Stream Elements shouted him out in case you missed it. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You're taking your first step as an adventurer in the city of Limsa. Listen well to the wisdom of Batter 10 Fingers, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Yay! We unlocked main scenario quests. See that icon? That quest icon right there? That is the icon of a main scenario quest, and that is all we intend to do. We'll get as far as we can, and if I have to do any grinding outside of that, I'm going to try and do most of it off stream. Thank you so much. Let Final Fantasy XIV, half an hour in, finally begin. Batteron, proprietor of the Drowning Wench, wants you to perform 3 tasks that'll help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Right then, let's start you off with an easy 3 task what'll help you get used to life here in Limsa. Firstly, if you head down to the floor and point your nose to the west, you'll get an eye full of the great glowing crystal in the middle of the courtyard. That's an aetheryte. A device what can move ye from one place to another in the blink of an eye. Ain't no swifter way to travel, provided there's an aetheryte where you want to go, of course. Have a chat with the yellow jacket guard down there, and you'll be treated on a lecture on the workings of the device. Before you do that, though, remember to touch the thing. Strange as it sounds, won't work until you have. Second, on the list is the marketplace. Find weapons and armor and all your adventuring bits and pieces for sale in the district what lies beyond the aetheryte. Don't go throwing your gill around just yet, though, or you'll get fleeced quicker than you can say, "Why's me coin purse so light?" Have a word with Swolsblatt. Instead, he's on the head of the Merchants League, by the way. Give him this old octant, and he'll treat you well. For the last of me helpful hints, I suggest you meet some fellow axe wielders at the Marauders Guild. Guarantee you'll learn a few new tricks for swinging that head splitter of yours if you join the crew. Blauthada at the front desk is the one to get you started. All that, lad? Seeing to them 3 tasks will take you on a little jaunt around the city. You will work out where everything is. Now I best be getting on. Run along, eh? Bugger it. There I go sending you off without telling you something crucial. That bloody calamity's made a right mess of me memory, I swear. Well, that or the ale. And he wrote, while you're out, if you happen to pass any poor sods what look like they need your help, considering giving their tale of woe a listen, eh? Sounds like a chore, I admit. But you never know what interest and opportunities could be lurking out there, just waiting for you to stumble upon them. For example, Ninia over yonder's been casting glances at you since you waltz in. Why not lend her an ear and see what she has to say? Aye, you'll like to find yourself running odd errands in the beginning, but once you build a reputation as a man the folk can trust, the jobs will get harder and the rewards more generous. If you got time, I'd also seek advice of the smith here and the wench. Lads as bear that title have some fine advice for them what's just starting out in the profession. And that, my lad, is how you go about becoming a legend among adventurers. Yo. Ooh, that was a lot of words to get us started. To leave the drowning once, you must accept the quest, making a name, by speaking with Ninya. Oh, I do I? Is that true? Can I just leave? Kitty. His claws are stuck in my leg. You're a good kitty. Why don't you have us sit down? It doesn't look like I need to talk to him. Watch him try and stop me. Bit premature, don't you think? Or have you already heard everything that shady bloke behind the big desk has to say? If so, alright. Hi, Ninya. Well, would you look at this? A shiny new adventure. Listen close, lad. I have some information that might just put you on the map here in Limsa. I was passing through Bulwark Hall not too long ago, and I saw a bunch of herbs scattered on the ground. Now, I'm not entirely certain, but I think they might have been black market wares known as dream flowers. Limsa Lamensa is a busy port, and not all the merchants that blow in across the strait are above board, if you know what I mean. How'd the plants end up in the mizzenmast? Who knows? Might have been a deal gone bad. The important thing is that you make a name for yourself by handing them in. Speak to Skainrail, and she'll get you down to the first floor. Then all you have to do is pick up the herbs and take them to Old Skiff at the Octon. Being a worldly captain, he knows a thing or two about such shady goods. The names and the lack of letters here are gonna just destroy me. Skainrail, how are you doing? You wish to visit the Bulwark Hall below? The Crow's Lift is ready when you are. Yeah. Interacting. Yeah, you interact with things by pressing the A button. So many helpful tips. I never remember how slow the very beginning of this game is, but it gets better. I assure you. There we go. We got the peculiar herbs. Oh, and here's Old Skiff. Yes, I'm Old Skiff. You have some herbs you wish me to examine? Yeah, there you go. Yes, as you suspected, these are highly illegal blooms known as dream flowers. They're the prime ingredients in the creation of somnus, a substance whose fragrance is said to lull the sniffer's mind into the sleep of death. Forgive me, I cannot resist the jest. These herbs are not more than a althic flower lavender, common enough export from Limsa Lamensa. In fact, these probably spilled from the crates that were loaded onto my very own ship. I think someone has been having a bit of fun with you. But not to worry. You've learned a few new things and made my acquaintance. Well met. Using things, handing over things, all super neat. Alright, back to the main quest. We touch the thing. Doink. Another novice adventure. Bateron has sent more than a few of your kind this way of late. I'm Sundhimmel, one of the Yellow Jackets tasked with keeping the peace in the city. It is also my charge to provide guidance in the use of this device. Fear not, I shall be brief. Aetherites are crystalline structures that tap into ethereal energies. They're primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport. Most common transportation skills make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of Aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, an adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself to each one. Once you've expanded your horizons beyond the walls of the city, you will soon find yourself performing the act of attunement as a matter of course. There is, however, no need for unseemly haste. The Aetherites found in and around the city will be sufficient at present, I assure you. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherites and transportation of magic, I will be here to answer your questions. Return learned. You attune with the Aetherite. You are now able to use the return spell. Yay! Yep. Now I can use that to do the things. Alright. The Octant. Or East Hawker's Alley. There we are. Now we can talk to this Wolfsblatt. Fine morning to you, sir. Welcome to the most replete marketplace in the grand realm of Eorzea, where every shelf groans under the weight of wonders born from all four corners of the world. Pray browse the stalls until your eyeballs ache from ogling the overabundance of unbelievable bargains. Now, as much as I would love to elaborate upon the unrivaled quality of our merchandise, I must tend to some cargo, but recently arrived at the docks. Huh? You bear the gift from Baderon. Whatever could it... my Octant. By the navigator, I must have left it behind in the winch, along with a week's pay and several bells worth of intoxicated memories. There you go. I am most grateful to have it back. This tool is a keepsake from my days as a ship captain, you see. Needless to say, your good deed must be repaid, and what better recompense than the wisdom of a master merchant? If it is simple and sturdy adventuring equipment you seek, you need look no further than the east and west of Hawker's Alley. Lest you doubt, each gilt you invest in arms and armor will be money well spent. Adventuring is, after all, a dangerous profession by its very nature. It goes without saying, Hawker's Alley boasts stalls specializing in tools of every martial discipline imaginable. And with but a few steps are bazaars and apothecaries that will most amply supply you all your potion and perishable needs. Our keen-eyed agents procure a frankly befuddling range of wares during their sojourns to distant shores, so it pays to become well familiar with the type and price of the goods offered by each stall. Such knowledge will serve you well if your purse is light or your time is short. But verbal instruction of this kind will only profit you so much. Experience has ever been the surest teacher. If not the kindest, I invite you to explore the markets yourself. Ooh, can I not? Perfect. Alright, now we need to find the Marauders Guild. I don't know how difficult that will be. And I believe I need to touch these Aetherites shards wherever I find them. Whoop. Something about teleporting to there. Good morning, old man Sugarheart. Good morning, sleeper. How are you doing? Alright, this might be the way to the Arcanist Guild. Alright, how do I bring up the map? There it is. looks like I have to go to the upper decks, which I can do in a different direction. You're late working out, so you'll work for a bit? You're great. How am I? I'm doing okay. Remembering just how much reading is involved in the first 5 seconds of of Final Fantasy XIV. Here we go. Cat boys in revealing clothes. It's just like how I remember it. Alright, now where? Straight north, eh? I'll love it, right? Yeah, I think I said it already, but Final Fantasy XIV is probably the best MMO available. If you were going to get into anything right now, this one's got decades of content in it. Maybe not decades. I think it came out in 2010. I bought like the collector's edition way back when, and I got to play it before they literally destroyed the world. Like, I played the original thing, and there were some things I liked about it. I didn't get into it. And they definitely made the right call by destroying everything and starting it over. Hence why they call it A Realm Reborn, in case you're not familiar. The game was not well received, and they basically wiped out everything. They made it part of the story, and they remade how the world works. And I think they did a great job. Alright, Blathada. Oh there, adventurer. Curious about the Marauders Guild, are ye? Any axe worth swinging needs 2 hands on the haft, and a blade is what can make short work of the galley's mast. That's the kind of weapon our members trained to use, with deceptive swiftness and all too predictable force. Are you interested in hearing more, lad? And why don't I give you a short version of this guild's founding history, and we can go from there. It all started with ships, you see. But what have ships got to do with axes, you ask? Well, building them would be pretty difficult without a sturdy tool to lop down trees for timber. And since only the navigator herself knows when a ship will run afoul of a storm or worse, it makes sense for the crew's carpenter to carry an axe on board. It all started with shipbuilding and ship repair. What? Am I boring you? As I was saying, any tool on the ship can become a weapon, and the axe was perfect for hooking yourself over the rail of an enemy vessel and letting loose in a whirl of steel and generally laying waste all about you. As more seafarers took up the axe as their weapon of choice, so did the bloody art of marauder. The bloody art of the marauder began to take shape, especially among pirates, where strength and skill decide your place in the world. With an eye for assembling crews of battle-ready raiders, the pirates started to teach the proper way to wield a chopping blade to their new recruits, and that's how the Marauders Guild came to be. But once the Galadian Accord was signed to unite the Maelstrom and the pirates against Limsa's enemies, the whole game changed. The Accord itself was a dismal failure, of course, but the Marauders Guild was never the same. It was taken over, restructured, and purged of its pirate elements, and has been reborn as an institution dedicated to naught but the teaching of axe fighting. The members of this new Marauders Guild weren't no greed-driven cutthroats either. They were warriors what sought to use their martial prowess for the good of society. If mastering the axe is your heart's desire, then you'll find no better arena in which to practice your swings. Think it over. Let me know if you fancy joining our ranks. I have a feeling I'll be seeing more of you soon, lad. Whew. Alright, I did say we're only doing main story quests, but that wasn't entirely true. We're also going to do our job quests. Now, I started as a marauder because, well, I want to have at least a tank and healer job in the rotation. And so I picked two favorites. I went marauder because, well, they've got an awful lot of self-sustain and self-healing. And I hear if you ever get stuck in the game, that might be a good way to go. You need some kind of balance between fighting, healing, and tanking. This is probably the best job to go with. And since we're playing solo for most of the game, it seems like the tank job of choice to keep us on track. I've actually never done these job quests, so this will be a new experience for me too. You decided to swing an axe for the Marauders then. Lathata wishes to reaffirm your desire. Yeah? Alright then. All that needs doing now is to speak with the Axe Master himself. Sounds simple? I've seen folks slink out the door rather than put themselves in that path of that unnerving glare. That's the bloke, right over there in the middle of the room. Wernzoen's his name. Put some steel in your spine, look him straight in the eye when you talk to him, lad. Good fortune to you. Wernzoen, huh? Yes, I am Wernzoen, Axe Master they call me. Not the most imaginative of titles, I agree. But one, you should not underestimate the value of directness. One should not underestimate the value of directness. I welcome your interest in our guild. The art of Marauder is to use to rend, cleave, and to destroy. It is not our way to simply It is not our way to simply outfight our adversaries, but seek to overwhelm them. A Marauder must be the most powerful and enduring presence on the battlefield. We must account for the most enemies defeated. Our role in combat is that of a steel whirlwind, dealing death and destruction without equal. No doubt the question has already been put to you by Lathata, but once more I shall challenge your commitment. Are you prepared for the bloody carnage that awaits as an initiate of the Marauders Guild? Heck yeah, I'm prepared for carnage. Very well, your name? Attend me well then, hold fast to this moment of dedication. The path of the Marauder is a jagged and perilous one. Blood that spills at your feet will oftentimes be your own. Now, you stand now as a student of the axe. Let us waste no time in testing the edge of your chosen weapon. You shall wade straightway into combat as befits the novice of our discipline. Go forth and slay the bleeding, scurrying, crawling pests that plague the outskirts of Limsa Lominsa. Lost lambs, wharf rats, and little ladybugs shall be your piteous adversaries this day. Return to me once 3 of each creature have fallen to your blade. Ah, a quest worthy of me, slaying ladybugs and sheep. Alright, I'm supposed to return to Baderon. I don't think that's a long trip. Now, where was he? This way, I think. You're home. Greffer, take me upstairs. Ooh, excuse me. It's a lot of reading in the very first bit. We're an hour in and we haven't really done anything. But hey, exposition's part of the game. Ah, there you are, old. Enjoy your jaunt around the city, did you? If you mean to base yourself in Limsa Lominsa, that won't be the last time you'll visit them 3 places. And now, you got some idea what's where. You can start exploring the rest of the town. You've shown a good ear for listening, lad. Stick with old Baderon, and you'll go far. Look at me, I'm level 4. We're flying up the chain. Baderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench, wants to lend you a hand at me to lend a hand at Summerford Farms. Still in Limsa, are you, old? How do you fancy a trip outside the city walls? I'd like you to visit an orchard by the name of Summerford Farms. Ever heard of the place? The owner, Stalewern, is an old mate of mine. He's got himself a crew of the mostly reformed pirate types, if you can't believe it, and has been trying to bring a bit of life back in the fields after the calamity ruined the soil. He mentioned needing another hand or two, and your name sprang to mind. I gave you a glowing recommendation, so make sure you work and impress the old bastard. Need directions? Place ain't hard to find. Just take the Zephyr Gate out of town, follow the road northeast. Excuse me. Alright. To the Zephyr Gate, I guess. I think he might have actually told me what direction that was in, but... Over Lanaska? Can I see any Zephyrs from here? Oh, what's this? Some sort of holiday? Seems bomb themed. This must be a fair of some sort. Alright, well, if we had time, we'd stop by and do stuff, but I need to find the Zephyr Gate. In which case, we need to head down. Hope none of this music is copyrighted. As far as I know, it isn't. We'll see if the videos I post get demonetized. Alright. Where now? Middle of Nausicaa to the east. This way? No, this way. Look at that. An hour in and we're outside. Ready to do all the things. And there's ladybugs. Get wrecked. fate, binding items. Man, there's probably a way to turn off all those help notices. But I imagine they'll come in handy eventually. Oh, these are actual fate monsters. If you're unfamiliar, fates are like little events that pop up. And you can get some special rewards, I think, for doing all of them. Did I do it? Alright, let's see. I missed all the wharf rats. Oh, and there's some ladybugs. I killed 3 things. I didn't even bother looking at what they were. Come on. More ladybug? I see you. How much of the meter goes down when I kill these things? A decent amount. We'll take out another wave. We'll do a fate. We're in the neighborhood. I see you. Hello, Gobble. There we go. Do I get a huge fate reward? The fate is completed. Yeah, I got some experience. A decent amount, too. Alright, back to running. I guess I'll take the bridge. So yeah, in this playthrough, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of skipping or editing. What we're going to do is play through, and I'm going to leave in all the traveling that happens. There is a lot of it. But, you know, I figure that'll just be peaceful downtime where we can talk about things in general, talk about the game, communicate with the community. And, you know, I can give the full unabridged experience. I'm also thinking of, like, putting up a video for every single main story quest along the way. That way, if someone gets confused on what to do, they can look up one of my videos. And they can see the whole thing without missing any bit of it. Alright. Come on, kitty. Hop on. My goal is to be mostly helpful. I mean, my dream is giant 12-hour videos in a playlist that you can put one on after the other and have, like, background noise for an entire week if you wanted. Ah, you must be the adventurer Banneron promised to send along. Old Sugarheart, was it? You honored his word. Oh, so that's a good start. I'm Staleworn, the old bastard, as Banneron likely described me, and this here is my humble orchard. Good number of lads and lasses working here once terrorized the high seas. And if you're wondering why I employ these scrags, well, they used to crew my pirate ship. But the calamity did for our ship like it did so many others, and I was sore wounded into the bargain. I had to feed myself and my crew somehow. Admiral Merlewibb's initiative to get us landlocked buccaneers working the fields seemed too fine an offer to refuse. Well, it turns out you can take a pirate away from the sea, but you can't take the sea away from the pirate. A lot of my blokes just never took to tending the soil, you see? Unfortunately, the botanists I called in to train them have been wringing their hands in black despair. With so much work piling up, I need tougher soul like you to step in and help where it's needed. Alright, I get pants. Dang it. Thigh boots or thigh boots? We'll go with the thigh boots. Armory chest. Yeah. I can put on pants. Oh wait, no boots. Look at that. Looking beautiful. It really just changed the color of it. Ooh, I can get a new axe. I have a mind to set you a task, Sugarheart. But before I do, I need to be sure you're properly kitted out. Pirates don't take care to parlay with dandies, you understand? It might well be that the ones here have traded their cutlasses for coulters, but they're still rogues at heart. I know a solid set of gear when I see it come back when you think you're more suitably equipped. Equip my head, body, hands, and legs, and feet with gear of item level 5 or greater. Speak to Stalewern. Alright. How hard can that be? Hey, Chocobo Keep. Came here to look into hire a Chocobo Porter. I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Our birds are very fickle creatures and tend to become agitated around those with a certain lack of demeanor. Once you've proven you can handle yourself, and I will personally see to it that you're assigned our best bird. We have to walk until we're level 10. Alright. Now, I'm sure we can get level 5 gear by doing all the chores hanging out around. But it might be easier just to go into town and buy it for a nickel. Save us the trouble of doing non-story related things. That said, you know, if you're playing the game for fun, you should go ahead and enjoy yourself. Play the way you want to play. There's a million different things to do in this game. Like, the main story quest is like 360 hours worth of content. But there's definitely like another 10,000 hours of other things. It's a bit of an exaggeration. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was close to 10,000 hours of other things you can do. Like, people have mentioned like some very life-changing experiences just by fishing in this game. Like, I'm really curious about the fishing aspect of this game. We won't be doing it, but... Oh, come on. Aethernet. Back to the Marauders Guild. We'll do job quests. That's probably a quick way to gear up. But yeah, I tend to get suckered into the Golden Saucer myself, playing card games and chocobo racing. You are returned a different man. Already your face shows a harder cast, realization of the slaughter of which you are capable. But there's so much training to be done before you will wield an axe to its fullest potential. Learn well your lessons, build your strength, and make each swift swing an instinctive act. You shall have this hunting log aid you in that endeavor. Its pages are marked with the opponents suitable for honing your skills. There are, of course, a myriad of methods to which you might improve your techniques, but when the way forward is not readily apparent, the log provides a reliable source of challenges. Every blow of your weapon will clear another step towards the mastery of the Marauder way. Implacable, relentless, such must be your momentum on both the practice grounds and the battlefield. Next Marauder quest will be available upon reaching level 5. Well, hey, great news. I'm level 7. Ooh, and he will give me gear. I love gear. Old, you approach me with marauder's strides, determined, unswerving, and bereft of hesitation that marked our first meeting. I am pleased. The time has come for you to begin a new stage in your training. Now, what sets an axe aside from the gladius or the dagger? It is the raw, unstoppable destruction wrought by its thick, heavy blade. And that overwhelming power can be properly directed by extraordinary physical strength. Thus, we come to the core of this day's lesson. Such strength as a marauder must possess is developed through the traditional methods passed down through the generation of my guild, and method that you, too, shall be taught to employ. Present yourself to Braunbauer in the practice area downstairs, and he shall instruct you further. Well, alright then. Where's the downstairs? Here we go. Got this ability here. Berserk. Berserker. My love for you is like a truck. The Axe-Master told me he'd be on your way. Me name's Braunbauer. Good it is to meet a new marauder. Now, we axe wielders build strength and control by splitting boulders. That's right, our natural method involves smashing the rock with your axe. But you can't just use any old swing, you need to hit the rock just so. Rock Guy, my fellow marauder, is waiting for you just outside the Zephyr Gate, by the bridge over the Rogue River. She'll tell you how it's done. Okay. Now let's see. Someone gave me... Oh, hey, thank you for the follow, Scarlet. How are you doing? Somebody gave me some snack foods. Let's eat it. If I recall, these stay up for, okay, 30 minutes. That's not bad. But well-fed bonuses are something you kind of want to keep running at all times. They provide some kind of benefit. Let me see what that is. Like, experience up here for 3% more experience for 30 minutes. It's not a bad deal. Hello, hope you're having a good stream. I am having a good stream. It's a little reading heavy, but I imagine once I get deep into it, it'll be a lot more action. Alright, Zephyr's Gate is to the east. I am on my way. But yeah, eventually there'll be long chocobo rides and other fun, exciting things to occupy our time, and it won't just be talk, talk, talk. We can actually get into the good story. Ah, okay, you see this icon above the wharf rats here? I believe that's for the challenge log, and if you wipe out enough of them, I believe there are huge experience bonuses to be gotten. Alright, where is my friend? They're nearby here. Down the other side of the river they are. We're trying to stay focused on the main story and job quests. Greetings, lad. Ready to split some stone, are you? I have 3 nice hard rocks for you to build up a sweat on. Don't try nothing fancy now, just hit him with a good old heavy swing. Okay. Destroy the rock with your heavy swing ability. Doink. How's that? Did I do goo? That's the way to do it, lad. Now you got the idea. Why don't you have Adam with a little harder with that heavy swing of yours? Hold nothing back. Wait. More rocks? Okay. Was that good? Are you happy now? I can see you're a natural. My head's still ringing from the sound of cracking boulders. Take yourself back to Axemaster Wyrnzon to let him know you're ready for something harder. Okay. Whew. So how are you doing, Scarlet? Are you having a good day so far? Judging by your new follow, you're new here. Or have you been lurking around? Always happy to see a new face here in the stream. We are a peaceful community. Most of my viewers are lurkers. Doing nothing major, just kind of chilling while they do their daily tasks. It's just kind of a nice chill place to hang out. Has the training loosened your muscles and focused your mind, old? An urgent request for help has arrived from the Red Rooster Stead, and I've chosen you to respond. It appears a hostile group of megalocrabs has unwittingly elected itself the next test of your prowess. As this is your first outing on an official marauder duty, you shall be accompanied by a veteran conjurer by the name of Sulkwib. She awaits you on the floor below. May the devastation follow in your wake. Okay. Wasn't I supposed to get like some pants? You're new here. Your day is just starting. You got your Astrologian up to level 99. We're actually probably going to go Astrologian for or Astrologian. Who knows? We're going to get ours up for Heavansward, I think. Heavansward. Because we're going to change class with every major expansion, I think, in this playthrough. But, yeah. Astrologian, even though it seems like one of the harder healers, is probably my favorite. I just like playing with cards. Aye, old. I know who you are. My brother often has me escort his fledgling marauders on the more dangerous tasks. Suppose Wernzone expects me to give you the details then. Very well. Seems the farmers need us to clear out the megalocrab nest near the Mourning Widow in Lower Lanoska. I shall trust you to find your own way there, and just don't forget your axe. Yeah. I want the classes to be more or less fitting for the expansion. So, like, when we get to, what is it, Stormblood, we'll play some weeb class like ninja or samurai. And honestly, I don't know what fits after that. Stormblood's as far as I've gotten. But Machinest might be fun. I really want to try Pictomancer. But I imagine you can't play that until you're very, very deep into it. Alright, how do I get to Lower Lanoska? Is that... It is not through that way. Eastern Lanoska? Western Thanalan? Have I gone the wrong direction? Is it somewhere... you get to from up top? For Shadowbringers, you did play Dark Knight? Well, that sounds fitting. If anyone's going to bring the shadow, it would be a Dark Knight, right? Ooh, maybe I'll be a black mage. I hear they're very slow, though, for leveling. And to Endwalker, you did Sage. You have my respect. Healing. Like, a lot of people kind of think of those as like an afterthought. For like, oh yeah, somebody has to heal, but like, it's the hardest job to do and most stressful. Alright, investigate the megalocrab nest. Is that over here? Out of my way, toads. Ooh, cane toads. Cane toads are super gross in real life, if I remember. You guys gonna jerk me around this entire time? Come on, I gotta get the megalocrabs. Please don't lick me. Ah. Looks like we're in this fate whether we want to be or not. You're pretty much a raider healer, but you also do tanks? Yeah. Raid healing's got to be even more stressful. Have I killed enough toads yet? Can I live my life? Looks as if nobody's home. Yep, they knew we were coming. Aid! I need aid! Please, it's my grandson. Them snippers got him. I told Sigurd not to get too close. I told him. Get that weapon ready, old. We need to move now. Okay. Toads, please, one at a time. There we go. You call that a toad? Alright, we saved the boy. Hang on, did I do this wrong? Accidentally mashed out of it. Stop that. Proceed. Ah, bugger and shite, get away from me, you great bloody bastard. You teach my kids to say, bugger and shite. It's not true. To my kids who are probably watching this on YouTube later, do not say bloody shite and bastard. Mom will have my head. Roll actions. Hey, I got a thing. I don't think I have the ability to, like, turn tank stance on yet, though. Oh, Brown Bear's out here. There's a lot of crabs. Thank you, mister. I thought I was dead for sure. I can't even play outside no more. What with all these scary monsters about? Me ma and me dad. They were both killed by some nasty bugger not so long ago. An aurochs. Big as a mountain. Bet you could beat it. Aye. Make it pay for what it did to me, folks. You take it easy now, son. This whole guild full of strapping lads and lasses like old here will be glad to do just that. All you need to do is head home with your grandpa. Let us worry about that big nasty bugger. Consider your first duty a success, old. It's time you headed back as well before Wernzone begins to worry I've left your corpse for the crabs. Okay. Alright. Where am I? Head this way. Fun times. Yeah. I think Defiance is the Marauder tank stance, and I still don't have that yet. I've got so few abilities. I mean, they'll come, but I already miss them. Hey, it's a party. Off to the Marauders Guild. So, you've shattered the shells of the megalocrabs and saved the life of a child in the bargain. Thus does our violent craft prove its merit. Well done, old. Though no longer a threat to farmers, you should know that it is unusual for such crabs to be found so near the stead. By all accounts, the creatures were ousted from their usual feeding grounds by a more fierce beast. The beast of which I speak is the terror known in the lands of Lanoska, ever seeking to expand its territory. That boy's parents were but two of the many victims to fall to its rampages. It is a threat that must be dealt with ere long. Do thoughts of vengeance fill your mind, old? Nurture those urges, but do not act upon them. This monstrosity is far beyond your present skills. If you'd like to answer the lad's cry for revenge, you must grow stronger. Become the raging behemoth this challenge demands. Alright, what do we want? Do we want a new shirt? I don't know, an eye patch sounds fun. Fingerless gloves, man. If only I had a boombox. We're gonna go with the eye patch, obviously. Yarr. What level do I need to be? Level 10, huh? Let's see. And I need gear for the main story quest too. Maybe I should have been doing the challenge log things. Oh, what am I doing? Let's see if we can just outright afford new stuff. Also, got a new axe, didn't we? It looks a little cleaner, a little shinier, a little glossier. I'll take it. Alright, Battlecraft Supplier, do you sell things? You just sell weapons. Armorcraft? What about you? Independent Mender? Oh, you just sell level 1 stuff. Alright, it looks like I should have been grinding those basic monsters. And so that's what we're gonna do. Where is the challenge log? Hunting log, that's it. Yeah, hunt ladybugs, wharf rats, Aurelias, bee clouds. Just all the things. Right, and each job has their own hunting log. And they come with giant chunks of experience points. And so the Marauders guys are just going to be outside of the basic gates, obviously. or around the La Noscia area. Alright. Get beat on. See, that got us all the way up to level 9 already. If I get the rest of these ladybugs. I see you. And that might just get us up to level 10. Nope. I'm sure we can find more things on the list. About these little birdies. Fish aren't on the list. Birds aren't on the list. Bee clouds, there we go. I see you. Be in a cloud of bees. And apparently these Aurelias are a fate. Should be worth a lot of experience. What I would give for AoEs. There we go. And that barely didn't make me up to level 10. Excuse me. And there we go, an axe to grind. Level 1. Beast gauge unlocked. This is new. This symbol indicates the defense's stance from defiance is in effect, which increases enmity. Hey, so that's the tank stance. I turn that on, and now everyone wants to attack me. Off stream, I'll move that to somewhere a little less distracting. It doesn't need to be in this that obvious of a location. Oh, but hey, we got chocobo porters now. We'll do that quest too soon. Like, we are focusing on the main story quest, but we are also going to do, like, the mandatory other ones. Not necessarily mandatory, but definitely helpful. Like, the most important quest, the one that lets you apply glamours. I believe you need to be level 15 for that one. Alright. Old, I have gathered what information I could from concerning the beast that young Sigurd bade you to slay. The tales name this creature Kujata. Those who have witnessed Kujata in the terrifying flesh also call him the Stampeding Mountain, such as his imminent size and bulk. Again, I will not seek to dissuade you from claiming vengeance for the boy's parents. In fact, I encourage it. But toppling this lumbering colossus, you must first become his equal in strength and ferocity. As a single step towards that distance goal, I send you to the Blind Iron Mines. We have had word that folk are falling prey to the claws of local Galapagos. It is your task to protect the weak from these unruly creatures. Learn to channel the rage inside you, and let your axe blade sing in righteous slaughter. Okay. Need to be level 10 for this. Where are those guys? They in Lower Nazca? They sure are. To the aft castle. Hi, kitty. You hang out with us? You wanna go fight some Galapagos? And I believe the way out is to the south. It is pretty easy to get lost in this place. La Nazca, or Limsa Laminsa, was always the most confusing area to me. Or starting area. Danaland's pretty confusing too, if you get caught in like the inner parts. That said, it's not too bad once you get the hang of it. They all become pretty normal. What is that big critter? Is that a dragon? Yeah, it seems like I have a big deal. Oh well. To see people flying about on their mounts. Wild dodos. We're going to take these things out. Because apparently, main quest alone, I do still need to grind to some degree. And these guys will be good experience. Alright. Am I getting closer? Straight north. Ooh. Tiny mandragoras. Ooh. And we gotta keep our food up. so that we can keep that EXP bonus going. Not a lot of people out, but you know, it is 4 a.m. I did pick this server because I did know one person who's on here. I don't know when we're going to see her or if we're going to play with her, but she's out there. And we might pop in and say hi at one point. Again though, main focus is just to go through the main storyline for everybody. Making Final Fantasy XIV the movie. Complete with all the little stops that you're used to. Galagos, that's what they're called. I think I called them Galapagos earlier. Alright, is there an aetheryte nearby here? Surely you got crystal over here, right? If not, maybe it's time to chocobo? Excuse me, farmers. Hey. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo porter? Don't tell me this is your first visit to this stop. I shall update my register with your name so that you may access this location in the future. Yeah. Take me home. There we go. Walking's for suckers. Unless we see something on our hunting log. In the meantime, enjoy the chocobo music. Ooh, and this would be a good time for me to grab another drink. Did we make it? It seems like we made it. Alright. Could have brought me all the way in town. Hi, kitty. Yeah, hang out. Please meow into the mic so people know you're here. Oh. There's my alarm telling me it's time to stop. But you know what? I'm not done yet. I want to keep going for a little bit. My kids haven't started school again yet. And so I got time. Right? Yeah, we don't have to drive anywhere, kitty. Meow. Warden's on. Welcome back, old. Your actions have saved many from the needless injuries and anguish. But through your efforts, though your efforts are to be commended, there is still yet much work to be done. Kujata, the object of your vengeance, has trampled a farmer's wagon as he thundered through the lands of Tiller's Rest. The foodstuffs spilled from the overturned wain have attracted all manner of hungry predators. Without produce for the market, the farmers will surely suffer for coin this season. Your duty is thus clear. Put down these rapacious scavengers and preserve the cargo. Okay. Are you supposed to give me like a shirt or something? Investigate the wane. Defeat the creatures that appear. They are not in Lower Lenoska. They are in Middle Lenoska. Okay. Hello, kitty. Which way? South? South. South, I think. Wait, where? Not middle? Have I made a mistake? It's not that way. Have I lost my mind? Let's see, where is this? You're the blind iron mines. These don't help me. Middle. Okay. There we go. And middle should be this way. Okay. Now here's the deal. I could have swore I checked this path on the map. Oh well. Admit I made a mistake. And then we will go find whatever the thing is. We will slap it with an axe. Oh hey. I've got some defense now, it seems. I can throw up the rampart if I'm about to get my face beat. I should get used to doing that. Like, blah. It's one of the key points of being a tank. You've got several of them and they all seem like they do the same thing, but if you space them out, you can keep yourself alive a lot easier. Keep the healers from stressing out too much. Hello, Chocobo. Oh, my traveler, might I interest you in a Chocobo porter? Don't tell me this is your first visit to this stop. I shall update my register with your name so that I may access this later. Cool. Ooh, and there's an aetherite up here. Hang on. Gotta touch that before I complete the quest. That'll make things a lot easier. No? Not a home destination. Hey, this isn't where I'm meant to be. Is it down there? That red spot? It's gotta be. He says present myself to him for inspection, but I don't think I have the shirt and the pants yet, right? At least, wait. Okay. It says item level 5, but did he want actual level 5 gear? I think he wants actual level 5 gear. We'll pop in and say hi to him in a bit. We're in the neighborhood. We're going to pop in and say hi to him now. Sorry about the runaround. Like, will he let me get away with it? I kind of doubt it. But he's all bright green, like he would accept me if I talked to him. Let's have a look at you, shall we? Oh, as long as you're this well covered, I won't feel any guilt throwing you to the sharks. Erstwhile, the Buccaneers are an ornery lot. They rage and love the sea and care little for the laws of the land. But they respect strength. By the looks of you, I'd say you have a little trouble getting their attention. Hey! I mean, I don't need a bronze axe, so I guess I'll take this. So apparently to do this bit, all you need is a hat. Good to know. Sugarheart, the aura of confidence tells me you've not been idle since we last met. I hope I've read you all right, for I have a task that requires the attention of a capable adventurer. Might that adventurer be you? Sure. Good to hear. Then I shall lay before you the sorry tale. You will have heard the rumors of abductions, aye? Citizens have been disappearing from every corner of Limsa Laminsa as if plucked from the face of Heidelin, boots and all, by an unseen hand. And what's this got to do with Summerford Farms, you might ask? Well, that remains to be seen. It seems a collection of right unsavory fellows with an azure tattooed faces have been creeping up on the edges of the field and spying on me yeomen. Now, I doubt anyone would enjoy being scrutinized by such savages at the best of times, but the farmhands are convinced that they're the kidnappers of rumor, come for their hides. Needless to say, they're beside themselves with worry, and their work's suffering for it, which is the very last thing I need when my old crewmen are still getting used to their new jobs. 'Tis a struggle to get 'em to leave the farmhouse of a morning. That is, as they say, where you come in. Would you be willing to investigate these tattooed thugs for me? Yeah, alright. Good lad. The sooner we get to the bottom of this, the sooner this place will start to resemble a working farm again. I suggest you begin by having a look around the Seasong Grotto. The reports are to be believed. Our unwelcome visitors have occupied the place. Be careful though, Sugarheart. Couldn't say for sure what manner of miscreants we're dealing with here. If they are kidnappers, well, just be on your guard, alright? Okay. Oop. Is this the grotto down here? It seems to be underground. And And this must be the cave entrance. I think we're about to meet a character. Boggies. Ain't putting up with no boggies. Is that enough boggies? Yeah. You're about to enter an instance battle. Instance battles only occur during certain quests and missions. Take a moment to read the information displayed in the active window before answering the call of duty. I refuse. Alright, let's do this.
I am the waves that bear. I am the winds that guide. I am the evening stars. I am the morning sky. I am born of the sea, and there shall I die. Thus reads the sailor's requiem, carved into yonder stone. Such words well describe the manner in which the citizens of Limsa Lominsa live their lives. It is both a litany against misfortune for those out on the waves, and a prayer that the souls of those who perish on land might find their way back to the sea. Ah, you are the adventurer I've seen around Summerford Farms. I thought myself on the trail of the kidnappers, but it would seem I have missed my mark. Or perhaps not. As I suspected, the etheric disturbance here is no natural occurrence. Nor is it a coincidence that the two of us should come here in search of those responsible for the disappearances, only to be attacked. But who stands to benefit from the keeping of this secret? Oh, such thoughts must wait. Let us attend to the task at hand, unpleasant though it be.
Okay. Get out of my way. Alright. Whack. Oh, I've been level synced down to 9, so I don't even have my enmity. Well, I guess she'll face tank it. Okay, oh my god, when did you start playing this? I started playing this morning. We're about 2 hours in. Let me get the ads here. Neat, yeah. The goal, or the dream at least, is to go through the entire main story quest for this and all expansions. Oh, she got squished. Although that is like 360 hours worth of content, it could be fun.
Phew!
My goal is to merge them all into like giant 12-hour videos. So so I can make a playlist that's like 360 hours long that you can just put in the background if you need background noise to live like I do.
Hear, feel, think. Crystal Bearer. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. A light there once was that shone throughout this realm, yet it hath since grown dim. And as it hath faltered, so hath darkness risen up in its stead, presaging an end to life. For the sake of all, I beseech thee, deliver us from this fate. The power to banish the darkness dwelleth in the crystals of light. Journey forth and lay claim to them. By thy deeds shall the crystals reveal themselves to thee. Only believe, for the light liveth in thy heart. Go now, my child, and shine thy light on all creation.
Awake again, are we?
Yarp.
Aha! The poor creature's fury was kindled with cruel forethought. See this blade? I found it in the Gubu's back. I have seen knives of this kind before. They are most commonly used for the cutting of rope. It would appear our culprits are seafaring men of some persuasion. Piratical being the most probable. In any event, you seem much recovered from your sudden affliction. I confess, I was rather taken aback when you collapsed at the very moment of our victory. Mayhap a surfeit of ether?
Hey, Hap.
I beg your pardon. A towering crystal. I'm sure I don't... Oh! Well, well. This has been a day of unexpected revelations. I must continue my investigation. In the meantime, I suggest you deliver this knife to your patron, along with a warning concerning the pirate's probable involvement in this murky business. The days ahead promise little rest, I fear. May our paths cross again, under the light of the crystal.
Sounds good. Later. That'd be a while? Yeah. If I did nothing else but played just this in all my streaming time, it would take me 6 months to play through the entire main story quest, all the way through Dawntrail, by my estimates. Which is quite a great deal of time. And I don't plan on just playing this. I'm gonna keep playing other games in the background. Depends on how bad you want to finish it, right? I don't know, I do try to treat this as streaming as a job, so a lot of my attention will kind of depend on the interest I get from other people. And so we'll see if people really want to watch or really want that giant movie of Final Fantasy XIV. I think they would. I would. Would love to just put on a 12-hour video and go to bed or, clean the house, whatever I need to do. Sugarheart, right glad I am to see you safely returned. My lads were all gabbing about hearing what sounded like all 7 hills breaking loose near the grotto, and I feared I'd sent you to your death. If you were in the middle of that commotion, I hope you yielded something of interest. Hate to think you risked your life for naught. I found this blunt sailor's knife. A blade pulled from the back of a creature you slew in the cave, eh? I'd agree that such a knife would be part of any seafaring man's kit. I'm starting to think that these ruffians are pirates, going to lure my farmhands back to the life of plunder. Chances are they didn't take kindly to your appearance on their doorstep and set a maddened gooboo on you. The pirates have been adding to their numbers as of late. I'd best warn the lads and lasses in my employ to be on guard against their schemes. You met someone else at the grotto. Woman with a strange contraption. Y'shtola. She's been in Limsa Lominsa for a good while now. Her studies of the Aether often bring her out to Summerford. So her presence at the grotto is hardly unusual. She's an odd-looking lass, I grant you. But she's not the kind to be associated with kidnappers, you may take my word at that. Where trust should be lacking in these yeomans of mine who have yet to wholly relinquish their pirate past, the temptation to return to the free and easy life of a buccaneer may prove too strong to resist. You have my thanks, Sugarheart. If it weren't for the efforts of the stalwart adventurers like yourself, this farm would be in far worse state than it is. You just keep lending your talents to those in need, eh? I'll bring Limsa the brighter future she deserves. Yeah, I'll take potions. Why not? That's you, but with Yu-Gi-Oh card lore? Is Yu-Gi-Oh card lore that great? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. If it was. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish up my job quest. And then I got to get ready to go to work for the day. As for the main story quest, we'll pick up back here tomorrow. But as I was saying, I'm probably not going to play nothing but Final Fantasy XIV. Ooh, raiders. They're on the hunting list. But I'm definitely going to be checking out other games. The next game I'm going to be playing is Love Ghosty, which is some kind of ghost matchmaking game. I don't know, it looks cozy and interesting. I couldn't pass it up. I bet it's a little short game though. So it won't take too much of our time. We'll play through it. And I'm having a lot of fun in Dave the Diver on the weekends. So I'm probably going to keep playing that too. Overturn Wayne. Yeah. To recap the story thus far. Some nonsense has been attacking these carts, and some critters have been eating the veggies. Get kicked in the head. Is that it? Oh, there's more. Good morning, daughter. Did you sleep well? Playing Final Fantasy XIV. Ah, it's a fun game. Think you'd like it? Stop it. It looked really hard to kill. It wasn't tough at all. Alright. Now we report to Axemaster Winzon. Oh. Maybe now's the first time to use Return. I forgot we unlocked that several years ago. Whoop. Yes, daughter? You want me to write what I want for Christmas? Okay, I'll do that. Just... That's very sweet. I'll come up with a Christmas list for you, but let me finish streaming for now, okay? Once again, your capacity for carnage has been tested and proven. The creatures you defeated, however, were merely some of many base scavengers that subsist on the scraps left in the wake of Kujata's rampages. Sorry, 2 hour late. Yeah, no big deal aboard Wisp. We're having fun. We're almost done. And if you did miss anything and you really want to catch up, it all goes up on YouTube later. Alright, to face Kujata himself, you yet may require far more training. But do not despair, old. As Axemaster and fellow Marauder, this I swear. I will not rest until I have taught you how to wring every last ounce of power from your weapon. Until the blade of your axe can slice cleanly through the thickest hide, the most knotted muscle, the densest bone. This menace will fall by your hand. You may find yourself drawn to explore the possibilities offered by other disciplines and guilds. These distractions are inevitable and perhaps necessary. But I urge you to soon return to the path of the Marauder. I do not wish your edge to dull just as you begin to show such potential. Fare you well, old. Let's see. What do we get? Gloves, a leather jacket. I think we go with the gloves. Because my normal here clothes kind of looks nice enough as it is. Alright. So I could change classes if I really, really wanted to. And when do we talk to this guy again? Level 15. Good to know. Alright, we got some new gloves. Big red gloves. These are working gloves. They are pretty big. Sugarheart, how have you been? I've been good! We have finally started Final Fantasy XIV. I meant to start it a week ago, but I got really sick and lost my voice. And it wouldn't do to play this game that has so much reading without a voice. Anyway, I'm really sorry to say that this is the end of the stream for now. Let's teleport to... Hang on. Let's teleport back to where we're supposed to be. So that when we log in again, we'll be able to kick right back off where we left. Am I better now? I am way better now. I feel great. This weekend we had like a big hedonistic party. Ate fried chicken and donuts and popcorn and gummy bears and watched movies. And it was great. You love the character, by the way? Yeah, you know, character creation is one of the hardest things to do in a game, especially for me. I put a lot of thought into it. Like, given my avatar, you'd think a Lalafell would be good. But the thing is, like, I can't be a character that doesn't look like it should be the class it is. And so you kind of have to pick something medium size. Otherwise, like, a little tiny fuzzy guy with an axe just doesn't feel right. Like, if I was a wizard, it would feel right. But, I don't know. Ended up going this way. I might spend $3 to get the Saint's beard so I can have a big bushy beard. Yeah, you thought I'd make a Lalafell? It would be cute, right? It would fit. I don't know, as a VTuber, it would represent me pretty well. But, you know, as an actual game character, I tend to be this shredded dude. Looking awfully good. Yar. Let's go, beard. Yeah. I think $3 for a beard is a fair asking price. I'll consider that a business expense. And we'll use stream money for it. You made a bunny boy instead of staying an hour off, so do whichever you want to do. The last time I played, I went female Rogadin, and it was a blast. Just being like an 8-foot tall muscular woman through like most of the quests. Like, it was great. Like, you'd be in a cutscene and the character would be like looking straight up in the air to talk to you. It was fantastic. I had a great time doing it. Felt like a badass the entire time. 8 foot tall and pure muscle, right? Femro is definitely probably my favorite race to play. But, you know, I wanted to like have a character that kind of fit my voice a little bit. And so I had to represent myself. And so, yeah, this is what I look like in real life. Super handsome. My beard much bushier than this, but This game is not good with the beards. Japan just doesn't believe beards exist. They will learn, though. They will learn. I will get the saint's beard, and then I'll be an accurate depiction of myself. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you think me playing the entire main story quest of Final Fantasy XIV is a good idea. We're going to start with A Realm Reborn, and if it gets enough attention, we're going to go all the way through Heavansward, Stormblood, Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and Dawntrail. I think it would be fun. Final Fantasy XIV has one of the best stories of any game I've ever played. And that's only the tip of the iceberg. It is a game, the only MMO I highly recommend at this time. Each expansion is like 60 hours on average. Yeah, so playing the whole thing would be about 360 hours. At 20 hours a week, it would take me 6 months to do that, do everything. If I did nothing else. But I'm still gonna do other things. I gotta play all the fun, cool games as they come out. But I'll always have a soft spot for Final Fantasy XIV, so I imagine I'll keep coming back to it. And this might be a multi-year endeavor to get through the entire thing.
Dad, can I jump?
You can jump in this game. There's a little jump button here, daughter.
Ah.
Anyway. You're having Final Fantasy XIV withdrawal right now. It's such a good game. And we're just getting started. The first part is very slow. But once you get it rolling, the story gets so good. You might even cry in a part or two. It's very emotionally investing. Plus all the classic Final Fantasy music. I don't know if you remember Matoya in your gameplay, but that was like a turning point for me. Final Fantasy 1 was one of my first video games that I fell in love with. And when I met Matoya in this game, and she looked exactly like my mother, and it was playing this remix song that was my favorite song in any video game I've ever played, it was a very emotional moment for me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody. Let me know if you want to see more Final Fantasy XIV. At the very least, you'll get the entire A Realm Reborn. And I will see you all later. Bye, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with me. Stick around for a little bit and we'll find somebody to raid. Definitely here for it. Like, I think it's gonna be good. I think this is a good idea. Should be fun. Let's see. Ooh, we're gonna raid Jafaza. He just started playing Hades too. It is a good game. It just kind of feels like more Hades. But I love popping in and seeing this guy. Alright, have a good day, everybody.